What's up, YouTube? This is going to be our guide on how to use Grafaiai and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'll be providing some competitive movesets and some fun meme movesets too. If there's a Pokemon set you didn't see here, or maybe you're using that works really well, leave below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed these videos, if they're helping you out, make sure you hit that like button and let's get into it. So this Pokemon is kind of interesting. Its stats are more suited to a physical sweeper, but with the moves and abilities that it has, I feel like it's more of a support Pokemon, but it's kind of interesting. So I've done a couple of builds here. I've done some singles, I've done some doubles, I've done all abilities and things like that. So the first one I want to have a look at here is going to be like a Poison Touch, like pivoting set. And what I'm going to be doing here is actually giving it the EVs of Max Speed and Max Attack Jolly Nature. So it does have a nice speed stat of 110, which is great. And it also has the Prankster ability too, which, enables this Pokemon to go first a lot of the time. But in this case, we're going to be going for Poison Touch. So firstly, we've got Gunk Shot, which is a nice, powerful physical poison type move there. It is a little bit shaky with 80% actually, and it has a 30% chance of poison, which is good. Now we've got Knock Off in here, which is nice too for hitting any psychic type Pokemon, and it's good for getting rid of items and such too. Plus with the Poison Touch there, it has it's contacting, so you got that 30% chance of Knock Off and U-turn as well. Now, I've given this U-turn and Parting Shot. You could probably, you could always mess around with this and give it another move, but I quite like a Parting Shot on there too, because if you come across like a bad matchup, you can just go Parting Shot and drop the attack and special attack of the opponent, which is quite handy, and then you can bring back another Pokemon in. As I said, this Pokemon has got a lot of moves that are great for support, like not so much sweeping, in my opinion. I don't think it's really cut out to be an amazing sweeper, but that's how its stats are kind of being here. So I've got the Black Sludge as the item. I've seen Focus Sash as an item that works well on it too, because it's not like overly bulky, unfortunately. I wish it was more bulky. That's the thing about this Pokemon. I truly wish it was more bulky instead of, I don't even really care about its attack and speed, because it's got like a good ability, but I would just wish it was way more health and defense and special defense. But that's how it is. So I've got this one as a Poison Touch set. Let's have a look at a Prankster set now. This plays a little bit more differently. Also, this one will work in doubles as well, especially, I say this is not a bad swagger and foul play set. So we're going to be going off with these sort of combination. Plus we've got Parting Shot on there. Parting Shot is great. Also, another move to consider is Encore as well. That's quite nice. Prankster Encore, and you've got Prankster Swagger, and it also gets Super Fang, which is quite nice too. So we're going to be building this one defensive, which I don't know, I feel like this set works the best on it, but also that physical one isn't all that bad either, but I quite like this one. So we've got Max Health and Max Defense, Impish Nature. With Max Health and Max Defense, it does make it fairly bulky, not insanely bulky or anything like that, and you've got the option to go for Swagger and then Foul Play on the opponent, and you've got that Prankster Swagger and Prankster Parting Shot, and you've got Super Fang to do extra damage as well if you come across anything that walls you, and you can get like a nice chunk of half health and then Parting Shot out of the matchup, which is really quite nice. I've given this one Black Sludge too. I see like Black Sludge and Focus Sash being some of the main items this Pokemon can have. It works very well on it. Now, another move it can get if you don't want to run Super Fang, you can run Switcheroo too. Switcheroo Black Sludge isn't all that bad either, because you can give this, Black Sludge can be quite a detrimental sort of item to another Pokemon, so you could Switcheroo it away, and you could just cripple a Pokemon. That could be quite nice, or just give it an annoying item, so Black Sludge there. So that's another option that this Pokemon can get. Let's have a look at this. Another option here. This is really kind of terrible though. It does get a chance to be a special sweeper. Now, it also gets a chance to be a baton passer as well. So we're going to be making use of the ability Unburden here. So I think most of the time people are going to be picking Prankster or Poison Touch. Unburden isn't bad, but you need to make sure you're able to use it. So we're going to be using Focus Sash here with Unburden. As I said, it's not like an overly bulky Pokemon. It can be easily one-shotted. So Focus Sash, Unburden. So after Unburden activates, that's going to double the speed. So I've given this one Modest Nature, Max Special Attack, and Max Speed. So after Unburden, nothing's going to be out at speed. It's very fast outside of priority moves and things like that. So I've given it Nasty Plot and Venoshock combination. A Pokemon with Toxic Spikes on the, like, putting them on the field, like Glimora or Toxapex would be good for this. And, you know, after a Nasty Plot, it's going to be hitting pretty hard. The problem about the special side is it's extraordinarily barren. It only has, like, 3 special moves, or I'll show you in a sec. It's very, very bad. So I've given this one Terra Blast Ground so I can do something to Steel-type Pokemon. Apart from that, it doesn't have much on the special side. I've also given it Baton Pass as well, so you could Baton Pass off a Nasty Plot or something like that. It does get Sword Dance as well, so you could make this into a pure Baton Pass with Nasty Plot, Sword Dance, Baton Pass, and Sub. That could work too. Build it bulky, and you could go ahead and use that. Change up the item to Black Sludge instead of Focus Sash. That's a idea you could use there. And you could give it Prankster instead. So like something like this, like Nasty Plot. Just think of this could work, depending on what sort of rule set you're playing and things like that. Because I know some people play certain rule sets with Baton Pass as banned. But yeah, we've got Substitute and Baton Pass, and then you can, you know, you obviously change it to like Black Sludge. So this could be beneficial if you want to pass off any stats, and, you know, you're using like that Prankster a lot, you know. I always like this. I must say, I quite like this Pokemon as a defensive Mon instead of special defense. I just feel like it works better, especially in doubles. But that's another variant you could use as a pure Baton Passer. So there you go. Next option here you could use is the move it gets. It's a signature move. It's called Doodle. So, yeah, you could run this with, like, I've called it double slaking. So you could run this with a Pokemon like slaking, right? What does this move do? The user and the ally's ability become the same as the target's ability. So let's say, for example, if the opponent had Swift Swim, right? You use the move Doodle, obviously, and you had a Slaking with a Grafaiai on the field. So the Slaking would obviously not have Truant anymore, and the Grafaiai and the Slaking would get Swift Swim. So there you go. It's a little very, very cool move there. Very, very unique and gimmicky, because you are reliant on what the opponent brings to an extent. You might be able to work something out there with Skill Swap. Say if you Skill Swap the opponent an ability, then you could use Doodle afterwards or something like that to give both the Grafaiai and the other Pokemon, in the example, Slaking ability. So that is an option too. So, you know, you could go like, you could give the opponent like an ability, and then, you know, give Slaking a really powerful ability or something like that. So that's an option you could do for this. Now, I've given this Doodle Parting Shot. So obviously, Prankster's quite a good ability. So after you've done the move Doodle, right, you can go for Prankster, and then you go Prankster Parting Shot, right? And then you can get out of that matchup, and you can still retain Prankster for another Pokemon. I've also given this Swagger and Flower Play, so this is probably, I mean, I know this is like a fully, like, it's mostly status and support, but I feel like this works really great for the for doubles, you know. As for the item, I've given it Covert Cloak too. So basically, this is a new item. What Covert Cloak does is the holder is not affected by the secondary effect of a Pokemon's attack. What does that mean? Say someone goes for a Fake Out, right? You're not going to get flinched. Those sort of things. So secondary effects, which is great. You know, that can sometimes shut a Pokemon down, or the opponent goes for Fake Out, and, oh, you know, can't do anything that turn. Those sort of things. So yeah, quite a good low-key good item there on, I'd say, on Grafaiai. But you could use this, like, I can see this working with, like, Regigigas too, you know, whenever that's in the game and things like that. So yeah, you could get rid of a bad ability, or try and plan to give another Pokemon a ability there as well. And the great thing about it is you can just do it straight away. And it's got enough bulk with this build here, max health, max defense, calm nature, it's got enough there. So most of the Grafaiais you're going to see are either going to be 252 on either side builds, even in doubles. Like, real talk, I don't really see it being any, like, it's kind of a waste if you're not doing 252 and, you know, 2 stats, mostly from what I've run. Except if you're doing, like, just a little bit in other stats, but I don't really see it working all well. I've tried out a lot of builds, and the 252 each builds work, like, best for it. So yeah, this is quite a nice, fun set to use in double. So I've used this, it's great. You can give some cool abilities to your ally Pokemon, and then, you know, Parting Shot out of the way, drop the stats. So yeah, you could give that one a try. Now, another move that it gets here, since this is sort of geared around being a physical sweeper, even though it's got lovely support moves, it actually gets the move Sword Dance. So you could make this into a Sword Dance Unburdened set. What I'm going to be doing here, we're going to be giving it Adamant Nature, Max Attack, and Max Speed Sword Dance. And, with that, its speed will double, so it'll be very, very fast. And we've got, Stab Gunk Shot. The only real way to hit steel types is either Terra Blast or Low Kick. I'm going to be giving it Low Kick here, so you can hit steel type Pokemon. And we've got Knockoff there. It's just a great all-round coverage move and psychic types and things like that. So yeah, there's a nice Sword Dance there with Unburden. Good sweeper set there. Now, the thing about this Pokemon, right, it just doesn't hit that hard. It really doesn't. Like, after a Sword Dance, sure, it's going to hit a lot harder there, but it just isn't, like, super duper powerful. So, I don't know, I just find it a very interesting Pokemon, but it's sort of got, like, the wrong stats for what... I don't know what it should be used for, It's not bulky enough to be like super, super good support, and it's not like good enough in its attack and speed to be an amazing physical sweeper, if you get what I'm saying there. Anyway, so that's a couple of sets here. The last set I've got here, we will go over some more sets and some sort of teammates and things like that. This is actually a Copycat Troll set, so... This is geared around being a defensive set here and making use of Prankster. Obviously, with Prankster, the status moves are going to be going priority bracket raised by 1. The only thing about that is that dark type Pokemon too, so you always got to watch out for those dark types. So with Copycat, and Copycat and Dig is actually quite a unique combination. So you can actually poison the opponent. And then you can go for Dig, right? And then after you've gone for Dig, you can go for Copycat Dig. So that means you can never be outspared, basically. And then you can go for Dig, which is really quite cool. I did like a Riolu sweep, very similar to this. I did it in Generation 5. And then it got nerfed and changed how the way Copycat actually worked there. And then I did another one with Dig in Generation 8. So if you want to check that out, you can. It's kind of similar. You could do this like a fun little troll set. And I've given it Sub, Dig, and those sort of things with Black Sludge. So there's another little troll set you could try that I made offensive. I've done quite a... I feel like I've covered it mainly, especially like here... here and here, those 3 sets there, they're probably the ones you're going to see mostly, or just small variations of them. I figure it works quite well with Swagger and Foul Play, but it's no like, I don't know, it's no Klefki still, it's still, I just don't think it's bulky enough, but it can still do these sort of roles here. It's very, very sort of weird stats in my opinion. But as for partners, if you're looking for doubles here, like in my opinion, it's not that great in singles, but it's better in doubles because you got like cool moves like its signature move Doodle, and you got like Parting Shot as well. So that's quite good for doubles. Like it can still work. I'm not saying it can't work in singles, but I find it better for doubles because you can do more with it. At least you can use all of its cool sort of little signature move and stuff like that. So as for teammates or doubles, partner of a Pokemon like Slaking that you want to get rid of its horrible ability, or you could go a skill swap Pokemon. This is another option you could try here. We'll go skill swap because you got like Medicham here. This is a nasty combination. Why am I Medicham, right? So Medicham actually gets skill swap and pure power. You could be real nasty and go like skill swap with Medicham, and then you could go pure power to the opponent, and then you could do something like this. I don't know, I'm just thinking on the spot here. You could get the skill swap up, then a red card when you get hit, and then you could bring in like, eject button or something like that. Not red cards, eject button. And then eject button is going to eject you out of the battle, and then you can swap in another Pokemon. So you could swap into Slaking, and then with your doubles Grafaiai, you can go Doodle and then give Slaking pure power. It's pretty, pretty cool, like that would be another way to to make a Pokemon really strong, or just think of it ability. So yeah, you could run that a couple of ways. This is more gimmicky, of course. But without using skill swap, it's a little bit reliant on what the opponent is going to bring too. So it's fun. I definitely think there's potential there to use it. But if it was me, I'd just go through like skill swap Pokemon, you know, and like then go through like some of the abilities they've got, which is going to be kind of interesting. But Pure Power was what like one that came to mind there because, you know, Slaking's such a powerhouse Pokemon and things like that. I'm just thinking of something like else you could give it. I feel like that'd be the best thing. I actually did a Pure Power Slaking sweep there. Oh, I'm pretty sure I did it with maybe Regigigas, but yeah, this is another way you could actually do that. I may do an updated one for this generation, but yeah, so just you might want to go through there and have a look at all the options for skill swap if you want to try something out there, or if you just want to, you know, leave it in there and you know, copy an ability on the Pokemon and copy it onto another Pokemon. That's another idea you can do at the same time. So yeah, I'll quickly go over what sort of status moves we've got here, any sort of last minute thoughts on this Pokemon. So we went over Baton Pass, so it's got the ability to pass off Sword Dance and Nasty Plot, which is great. If you're not playing that sort of like meta or rules and stuff like that, fair enough. I said before, it does have the opportunity to have Encore as well, so it can go Encore. It can't really do too much with Encore, though. It might be able to go for Toxic, and that's about it. Or Encore the lead into, like, Stealth Rocking or Tailwind or anything like that. So there is some sort of potential for that to maybe fit that onto one of these, like, pivoting sets or, you know, Prankster sets, you know. That could work. And there's also Taunt. That's not bad either. Taunt's not a bad move to have on it, like Prankster Taunt, if you're going to go for that. So that's very nice. Once again, not super duper powerful. You've also got... you've got Copycat, we've gone over its signature move. You've got Flatter as well. Flatter's kind of, yeah, that's kind of gimmicky, so you won't be able to make too much use of that. Or you could have Helping Hand as well. That could, like, a fully sort of supporting set. Let me go back to the doubles one. Yeah, so you got Foul Play, Swagger. You could have Helping Hand on here too, you know, like... That could be another great move. If you've given your opponent, your ally a really good ability, then you could go Helping Hand after. So that could be absolutely, like... Matter of fact, let's get rid of the Swagger and Foul Play, and let's adjust this to... Let's make a set that is really, really good for, like... We'll go Protect. That's going to be nice. Okay, I'll still keep Covert Cloak, because that's quite good as well. So, at the moment, we've really got the Prankster going here, which is quite good. And you could just give it Foul Play if you wanted to. Like, Foul Play isn't all that bad. Or Knock Off, that's not all that bad either. Or U-Turn, or Punting Shot. Actually, matter of fact, you could just use that. Seriously, you could use that set right there just to give your ally an ability, boost them up with Helping Hand, Protect while they're attacking, and then Parting Shot into another Pokemon. That could absolutely work too. I know it's full on like status moves, but that could absolutely work. If you're really worried about that, you could give it Mental Herb too. So, you know, at least you could get your signature move off, and then you could Protect or swap out something like that. So there you go. Another sort of different thoughts there just to add to that set. But yeah, that's pretty much it for its status moves. There's nothing else you could do. Prankster Metronome is always amazing. But yeah, let me show you its physical moveset, because it's kind of, I don't know, it's just such a weird sort of, I never would have picked this as a physical sweep. So you've got some other options here. You've got like U-Turn. You've got like Shadow Claw. It's just not really that helpful, you know. So it doesn't really get like amazing moves for it. Looking at some more useless sort of moves here that gets nothing really there's going to be absolutely amazing either. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the physical side. We went over like how Super Fang could be like a nice support move there on one of the sets earlier on. Poison Jab's another option over Gunk Shot, but seriously, it's already going to be struggling for damage in my opinion. So I probably just run Gunk Shot if you're really worried about that. Acrobatics is another option here if you're going to run like a Focus Sash Unburdened set. It doesn't really hit too many things, but I guess it is an option. And let me show you its special. So this is a special moveset. If you where did I have it? It was like the special one I come up with. Yeah, or whatever. This is a special one, and it just absolutely has no special options if you're going to run like a nasty plotting set. So you've got Sludge Bomb, you've got Terra Blast. Oh, Terra Blast normal. That's amazing. And you've got like a couple other moves like Acid Spray and stuff. But Acid Spray is more like suited to a bulky Pokemon. This really isn't super duper bulky. But yep, that's why I went over Nasty Plot, and I did like a Toxic Spike support Pokemon Venoshock, and I gave it Terra Steel. So I felt like that was the best you could probably squeeze out of a special set there. I'm just trying to think of some more, you know, last minute kind of things you could do with it. there really isn't much, to be honest. It's very, very limited. If you've got any other Grafaiai sets that have worked for you that maybe I didn't cover here, please tell me about it in the comment section. I just think it's a very cool Pokemon, but I don't know, it needs to be bulkier, in my opinion, to get all these cool things to happen. I just don't think it has the greatest bulk in the world. Just trying to think if there's anything else you could do. We got like a sword dance set here. Let's see if we can make another physical one. There were a couple other physical moves that I didn't use. All right, we've got like cross poison. Let's see if we can make like a critting set. Here we go. So we got scope lens. That's not bad. Does it have like... It's got fury swipe. Oh, okay. Okay, this is a Pip Night special. Here we go. Here we go. The opponent's never going to see this one coming. So we got fury swipes, loaded dice. So 18 base power is kind of weird. Like, I wish it was 20. It just makes things easy. Because you could say, oh, well, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 80 base power. So it's even less than that. It's like 74 or something. Yeah, 74. So at minimum 74. I think it might have a better move than that. Facade is like just a little bit under that. Oh my goodness. Giga Impact. Yeah, I think Takedown is better. Well, oh, Slash. Okay, well, forget about loaded dice. Okay, here we go. This is good. This is real good. So we've got a critting set here. This is going to be a little fun sort of set here. So we've got Jolly Nature, Max Speed, Max Attack. So we've got Cross Poison, which has a 1 crit stage chance. Same in this. So that's good. Nice. We're going to get walled hard by Steel type. Does this have Drill Run? I think the only move that's got is really Low Kick or Terra Ground. Oh, it's got Dig. And it's got Low Sweep. That's only 65 base power, though. That's kind of bad. Yeah. So you either have to go between Low Sweep or Terra Fighting. Terra Fighting's not very good, though, because like it's already poison, so it's already weak to Psychic. So that wouldn't work that good unless you went Terra Normal. You could go Terra Normal Slash. We got 70 base power. I don't know. We'll do Terra Normal. How's that? We'll go Terra Normal Slash. And we can always give it Low Kick. That wouldn't be too bad for. Or we got Dig too. You know, Dig could be, that could be an option. The problem is 2 turns for Dig. It would have been cool if it wasn't that. So any other critting moves here? I always thought one thing, just off topic. I also thought X-Scissor should have an additional ability like being able to crit. I don't know why it doesn't for. I always felt like it needed that. But yeah, I don't think I could add anything else to this apart from like Low Kick or like Low Sweep. I don't think we're going to need Low Sweep because it's already a very fast Pokemon. So there you go. There's a critting set. We got Shadow Claw there. I mean, Shadow Claw would be alright to hit Steel types with. You know, we'll go the full critting set. There you go, people. A critting set that was Sword Dance actually wouldn't be too much of a joke there if there wasn't any Steel type Pokemon around. You could hit Psychic types with Shadow Claw. You could go for a Slash against anything neutral. And you could cross poison anything for a stab as well. So, you know, that's not a bad set there. It's a fun one. I wouldn't say it's absolutely trash. The special set's probably worse than that, but you can give it a go. Anyway, that's it for Grafaiai. Final thoughts on Grafaiai, this Pokemon. I'm probably saying it right. I think it's Grafaiai. Oh, yeah, Grafaiai, sorry. I had that extra F in there accidentally. But yeah, this Pokemon is interesting. It's got some cool moves there, especially for doubles. But the problem is it doesn't really have the right sort of stats for it, you know. It needs to be bulkier, not more sweep-like. But anyway, hope you enjoy this. So get around this Pokemon isn't very hard. There's so many things that can just wear it down. It doesn't have any recovery at all. Just hit it hard and wear it down. It's very, very easy to counter. That's about it, people. Hope you enjoyed the Grafaiai moveset guide. I'll be back tomorrow with another one as well. Peace out.